teeth. If you really want it, then get on behind and get it. So what if they don't see it? That don't mean
it's finally me for real on Sunday. That's right.
What you got? This beautiful baby, start to finish, fearfully and wonderfully created. Finally me for real. Walking.
I see y'all coming in.
Good to be free for real. Knowing that all things play our and I finally.
What's up, everybody? It's finally me for real on Sunday night. Put it in the chat. It's finally me for real. Finally me. What's up, Rhonda Woody? God bless you. Yes, it is. Let's go.
My good outweighs my bad days. He knows the plans he has for me.
I want
nothing get in my way.
Come on.
Gotta go get it, gotta go get it. Yeah.
What you gonna do?
Gotta go get it, gotta go get it.
What you gonna do?
Gotta go get it, gotta go get it. Yeah. Gotta go get it, gotta go.
What's up, Gwendolyn Moore?
Gotta go get it, gotta go get it. Yeah. Gotta go get it, gotta go get it. Yeah.
Well, hey, everybody, it's Dr. Jazz, and it's finally me for real on Sunday night. Good to see everybody on Facebook and on YouTube. Hey, do me a favor, do some sharing, encourage somebody to join us. It's Sunday night. It's good to see everybody on my Finally Me for Real page. Good to see everybody. Glad to have you in this space. I Finally Me for Real on Sunday. That's why I got to do it on Sunday, because y'all know what's going on. I got the twins. Hold on 1 minute. I got the twins on Friday and Saturday, so I got to do it on Sunday. Somebody put it in the chat. It's finally me for real on Sunday. All right, and I'm so glad. I'm so excited about the things that we're going to be talking about on today. We got about 30 minutes of great conversation here. Just 30 minutes of great conversation. Let me make sure I got all my ducks lined up. We've been running. Let me know what kind of Sunday you had. What kind of Sunday you had. Let me know what kind of Sunday you have. But I'm excited about it. I've got two of my favorite people. Good to see everybody on Finally Me for Real. Give me the FM, the number 4, and the word real. All right. Finally Me for Real. Finally Me for Real. I'm also on, I'm not just on YouTube. I'm on Facebook, and I am on IG on the Finally Me for Real IG page. I'm on the Finally Me for Real IG page. And my first guest is a dear friend of mine. We've been hanging together for a while. We've been talking a lot. And I titled this conversation for my first book, which is Dancing with Broken Bones, I really titled it that. I really should title it about how to make lemon out of lemonade, how to make lemon out of lemonade. Because a dear sister of mine, y'all going to hear a lot about her. She's got a new project coming out, a new CD coming out. I got a chance to be a part of that recording. It was off the chain, off the easy, the wheezy, the cheesy, and it's getting ready to drop. And it was birth out of some pain that she went through. Now, hey, listen, let me just go ahead and bring her up in here. All right, come here. She's coming. I'll bring her up in here. All right, there's my girl. What's up, Lori?
Hey, how are you?
Fantastic. It's finally me for real on Sunday.
Oh yeah, it is. I'm with you.
Yeah, good to see you, and thanks for joining us so we can have this great conversation about what it's all about to being finally me for real. And I was sharing with everybody. First of all, tell them who you are and what you do.
Hello, I am L'Oreal. Some people call me Pastor L'Oreal, Passover Worship and Arts, but L'Oreal is my name that I believe God gave me 20 plus years ago when I said yes to do music ministry. He said, who are you? I said, Lori. He said, I'm going to put my name on you. So L became my last name, and it's just caught. You know what I'm saying? So just been walking this thing out for over 20 plus years, and
wow.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah, how's the music industry? Any music singers out there? Anybody out there?
Listen, the music business is changing, is ever changing. Right now, you are your label. You can be the label. Like it's just with everything. Platform, social media is taking over, and you just have to position yourself and create platforms. You talk about that so often, Dr. Jazz, creating your platforms. If somebody don't invite you, build your own. And basically that's what the music business has to do as well, because YouTube, social media is really taking over, and people can really just go viral on YouTube and
Right.
tell your story. It's about your story, you know. And
Yeah. You know, I'm not anything in the music industry, but I know it can be a challenge, just like preaching can be a challenge and
Mhm.
stuff. You know, we've been friends for a couple of years now, and you went to All Roberts University. What do you call them? ORU out there?
Yes.
You know, is there any ORU out?
Oh, are you Miss Dr. Anita Phillips? Oh, are you graduate?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She's a great therapist, counselor,
Yes.
and things. So any ORU out there, just go ahead and put it in the chat and stuff like
Mhm.
that. All right, but so you in Richmond, Virginia, and a couple of months ago, you know, you had a loss, a special person in your life,
Yes.
your father, and
Mhm.
how you doing now?
Uh, it's one day at a time. Sweet Jesus. Like I had a moment yesterday, and
Mm,
sometimes I just wear some things that people gave me with his picture on it. But you know what? It's been something that I just infuse in my music and my worship, because for me, we don't know who he is until we go through some things sometimes. Like he has been what? My comforter. And as we sing and uplift and worship God and lead others, I had to dig deep and lead myself
yeah, yeah.
into a place of peace and surrounded by good people, good friendships like yourself, and people who've been around checking on me. You know, it's a great thing to have this type of friendship and fellowship during those times.
Yeah, you know, grief is if anybody have lost anybody, go ahead and put it in the chat. Let us know if anybody have lost anybody recently or even years from now. You know, it is just one of the most challenging experiences. Although we know that death is inevitable, although we know it is, we know we can't, you know, it's part of life. But when it happens, it can be so unbearable. And if you've lost any loved one, please put it in the chat. We sending out a heart out to you. And you know, one of the things I tell people is really be intentional about going through the grieving process, you
Yeah.
know, and you can't rush it, because it's, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. It's a valley, it's something that you're walking through and going through. But you know what? It's so amazing. I wrote my book Dancing with Broken Bones because I went through a divorce. Anybody check the book out? I went through a divorce years ago, and out of that, the Lord give me that scripture, you know what I'm saying? The bones that you have broken may dance again, you know.
Mhm.
When David said, may the bones that you have broken dance again. Oh my God, I see Marcia Brown. You say, lost my mom last year. I've
Mhm.
lost two sisters in 6 months, and a dear friend, and we've been together for 38 years.
Wow.
Yes, I lost my mother. So for those of you who've lost a loved one, you
Yeah.
can definitely identify with Lori. And we don't make light of it. Grief is a lifelong thing. It's a lifelong thing. Out of this, I produced my book, Dancing with Broken Bones. And out of your experience, you have produced a new project. Tell us
Yeah.
about the project and when it's going to come out on
Yeah.
the scene and all that stuff. Tell us what
Yeah.
made you birth it and what's the name of the project.
Well, I had to get to a place where um, I knew my dad and how he was such my cheerleader. Lori, I need you to do this. Why don't you finish this? And during his departure, I believe that he spoke to me. My last night with him, I believe I sang the songs. I said, Dad, I'm going to do this song. I'm still writing. I don't know how I'm going to do this. And I believe that he was speaking right there in the bed with his eyes. He looked at me, and then he closed his eyes as soon as I finished. And then one other sign was my dad wanted me to keep going was when they asked us what date. They said January 11th. That's the date we have for you to bury your dad. I had already previously said March 11th was my concert, but in the back of my head, I said, I don't know if I can do that. I don't have the strength to do it. I had taken off for the month of December going through with my dad, but I believe that those were winks. Those were blinks. Those were like encouraging moments to say, you have to keep moving and you have to birth this and birth it right in pain, the birthing pains. And you have to birth better, because that's the title of the project, because you will be better after this. You will be stronger after this. You will be better. Do it hurt? Yes. Did it hurt? Yes. But in the middle of it, I had to press and praise. You hear me? I had to press and praise. And I believe that my dad, and at his homegoing, guess what? 11 people gave their life to the Lord. And I was like, my good. So 11 kept showing up. So it kept showing me that I had to keep moving. Even when I was weary, even when it was hard, I said, I got to keep moving. And I thank God for that and the grace that he gave me to birth better right in the middle of pain, of loss. It's nothing like losing a parent. I mean, in anybody, but it sits different. It hits different.
Yeah. Yeah.
when it's a parent. I don't know. I'm
Hey,
sure.
everybody. Okay, your new CD dropping. Tell us when it's dropping. It's called Better. Somebody put it in the chat. It's gonna get
Better.
better. It's gonna be better. You know, when I think about better, I think about the scripture. Of course, we know where, you know, the in Daniel they found them 10 times better. They found them 10 times better in everything they do. And as the countries reopen it, we believe in that. You know, first of all, that we are going to be better. Now,
Yes.
listen. I don't know what's going on, but some of us got amnesia because I was driving Cam and Chloe this weekend. Some of y'all, after 2 years, you're not a better driver. You're not a, you're mean and that. Listen, we need to be better people out there.
Yes.
2 years and some millions of people have lost their life. As you step into this new normal and this new world, in fact, you can answer the question. Just put it in the chat. What do I want to be better in? And you know, as you mentioned that, CD, when the pandemic hit and there was a shutdown for the last 2 years, I said, when I come out of this pandemic, I wanted to be a couple of things. I wanted to be a better person, not a better preacher, a better person. I wanted to be a better person. I wanted to be a better human being. I wanted to be a better auntie to Cam and Chloe.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a better in those things. And so, Lloyd, what is something that you said that you may have been want to be a better in? Where's some areas? And everybody put it in the chat. What area in your life that you can say, you know, I want to be better in this area or that area? What would you say?
Yes, I would say better in the practical things that credit, better in debt, getting out of debt, better in and I looked at my dad, better in saving. My dad was saved. He stashed money. Listen, y'all, we found so much money in that house because my dad was a saver. I said, Dad, you still teaching us lessons. Even in your death, he's teaching us to save, stash. So for me, I want to be better in all of those things, not just spiritually, but financially, mentally, even in my health, walking and moving my body, being better in every area.
Yeah, I see some of you putting it. Come on, keep on sharing it, and don't forget to share. All right, Stacey, I see you want to be better in your saving. Oh my goodness, I see somebody say you want to be better in being consistent. Some of you may want to be better in even social media. You know what I mean? I want to be a better parent. I see okay, I see this wonderful. I want to be a better parent, financial awareness, better steward over what God gave me. And those are some
Yes.
good things. And you know, one of the things, again, as we coming through this, one of the things I've learned is I want to be a better human being, period. All right, I want to be a human, want to be better in my health or better in my wealth. And so, Lord, when is that CD coming out and where can they get that CD?
So there's going to be on all streaming platforms, but I believe that you gave me some insight, and I believe I'm going to dedicate this to my dad. So I believe it's going to come out Father's Day weekend. And we're pushing for that. We're still in post-production, but you guys pray with me, stand with me that we'll get everything we need to get done. But at least better gonna be out. We definitely gonna have better out, but prayerfully the whole entire CDD experience, and that you can go to my website. And for those who were at the concert, they're going to be able to see the concert live DVD, because we have the video, and purchase a little earlier than everybody else on my website. So they'll be able to download it on my website with a special code. So we're excited. We're preparing for it. We're waiting to drop better so that you can groove it better, and Finisher, and all of the songs that God downloaded in me during this season.
Oh man, everybody, I'm telling you, I was at it. It was amazing, it's powerful, and I'm looking forward for Father's Day weekend where she's going to drop that first one, and that is better. Lori and I have known each other for many, many years, and one of the things we wanted to share with you is something that we're getting ready to do. You know, I believe that the last 2 years we've had some agony of defeat. Somebody put it in the chat, agony of defeat. In fact, when you think about Holy Week, you know that, Good Friday, all it's called Good Friday, it was the agony of defeat. Somebody put in the chat. A lot of us have experienced some defeat in the last 2 years because of COVID, because of the loss of a loved one. We've been feel defeated or deflamed, or just a little bit sluggish. And now we're going into the new world, and the world is reopening, and things is happening, and all those things. And I'm excited about the fact, Lori, that that we get to go back into the world. Now, of course, it's going to be a new normal. It's not the same normal. It's going to be the new normal. And so we decided if there's one thing that we want to do, and that is to travel around and empower people, because I don't want us to get so excited about going back out into the world that we don't take the time to celebrate the victories. Somebody give me
Yes.
the word victory. The victories that we have won. Listen, somebody's like, what kind of victory you talking about, Dr. Jazz? Number one, we made it 2 years in a pandemic. Somebody
Yes.
put it in the chat. That's victory right there. I mean, that's victory right there. For some of us, we're still married after 2 years in a pandemic. Somebody ought to put that in the chat. It's victory. For some of us, we still celebrate after 2 years. Y'all ought to put it in the chat. You know that is victory. For some of us, my God, we started our own businesses. For some of us, we got our own homes. There is so much stuff. In fact, go ahead and share it in the chat. One victory that, yes, I know it has been, the pandemic has been rough. The last 2 years has been, oh my goodness, we've lost some loved ones, we've experienced some stuff, but some of us have experienced some victory. And if the only victory is the fact that you are alive, oh, you need to join us somewhere around the world. But we coming to Richmond, Virginia. Is there anybody in Richmond, Virginia out there? At least around Richmond, Virginia, and that is May the 6th, and we're calling it a night of victory. Somebody put it in the chat, a night of victory. So, Lori, you're going to be doing the music, the worship. What can they expect from you in regards to the worship and the music?
Yes, a victorious shout, a chant. Y'all gonna go out there chanting victory songs, knowing that you can conquer, knowing that the devil is defeated. He's a liar, always have been. And we're going to decree and declare that victory over us, and celebrating that in song. That's how I'm going hard in the paint that night. So I will come comfortable, ready to run, ready to move, because I don't stay still. I'm sorry. So come with me. We going.
Oh, fantastic. Hey, everybody, it's May the 6th at 7 p.m. It's a night of victory tour. And I like to tell each one of you, if you want us to come to your city, your neighborhood, you got to send an email, Of course, go to I Am Dr. Jazz. But our first stop is May the 6th at 7 p.m. at Faith and Family Church. All the information is going to be posted right there. I think it's pre-Mother's Day celebration. So we're looking for the fathers and the mothers. But oh my goodness, ladies, you gotta join us there. Lori, tell them how they can follow you on all your social media platforms before you get out of here.
Yes, L'Oreal Music on everything. LORIEL Music on Facebook, on IG. You can go to my website, l'orealmusic.com. So you put in L'Oreal Music, Google me, and I'll show up.
All right,
So,
everybody. Well, sis, thank you so very much. How's that dog of yours? How's that dog of
she's
yours?
on timeout right now. I just put her up because she was a little loud.
Yes, God bless. She gonna need victory in that area. Hey, sis, I love you. I'll see you
Bless
on May
you.
the 6th, and thanks so very much for joining us. Hey,
Bless
everybody, look forward for better. That CD, it is hot, it is popping. It's going to be the summer jam. Of course, you know I'm going to be sharing it and everything. But follow Lori, and when she drops it, go happen. And if you are in the Richmond, Virginia area, if wherever you are, you just come on in there on May the 6th at 7 p.m. for a night of victory. Hey, sis, thanks so very much.
All right. Bless you. See
Bless
you
you
then.
too. All right, everybody. Hey, listen, I'm excited about the night of victory. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be powerful. And, you know, God is just providing some new doors, opening some new doors for us. And I'm excited. Somebody put it in the chat. New, 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 new. All right. Somebody put it in chat. New, 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 new. And I believe in this season and time that we get in an opportunity to do some new things, to go some new places. You know, as the countries reopen it, I said to God, I said, I want to go where I've never gone before so I can do what I've never done before, so I can see what I've never seen before, so I can have what I never had before. And the Lord has honored it because my next guest is having this amazing conference, a millionaire conference. It may be billionaire by now, and I'm excited about it. She's a COVID survivor. She's everything, and God has tremendously blessed her. And all that noise you were hearing in the background is she was trying to figure out how to get into this digital space. But she's here right now, and that's none other than Dr. Lee Lewis. How, Dr. Lewis? How are you?
I'm doing very well now that I found my way in.
Absolutely. Hey, this is the new world, and this is the new place. Are you in Atlanta, Georgia? How's it going down in Atlanta?
Oh, it's really wonderful, nice and warm, and people all out and all excited about the new norm and, coming out of hiding, just ready to get to work.
Yeah, and this coming week is an exciting week for you because you are having this amazing conference. So tell them the name of the conference.
It's the Billionaire Roundtable Summit in the Hamptons, New York. I've always wanted to go to the Hamptons, but never got the lead until now. Go on in there. So we did that, and my goodness, we're going to have over 250 people there, men and women. These women are so excited. They bought their gold gowns and their white gowns, and oh my goodness, I've never seen so much excitement.
And I'm excited about the conference. I'm excited to be a part of it. And this well summit really. And she said the Hamptons. Now, some of you, this is not Hampton, Virginia. This is the Hamptons. Now, how many of you have been to the Hamptons before? Go ahead and put it in the chat. The Hamptons, one of the most prestigious, amazing places that you can go. And so it's coming up this weekend. And what made you decide to do this summit? What made you decide to do this summit?
Well, I always try to challenge myself, and unthinkable to try and go into the Hamptons, New York, and all of that. But I said we're going to do it, and I went believing that God was going to meet us there. And it's actually been an easy process. He's been steady sending us people. We went all in the clubhouse talking about it, and the women got so excited. We sold over 200 tickets in no time. In no time.
Yeah. Dr. Lewis, I was talking to my guest before it, and sometime our purpose is birthed out of pain. Somebody put it in the chat. Purpose is birthed out of pain. And I have walked with you through some situations, some painful time in the last 2 years where you were at death's door, at death's door.
Definitely.
So share a little about that, how God just turned it around and brought you full 100 recovery.
Well, this was in during the time when COVID was just killing people right and left. I mean, no one wanted to get it because you couldn't even hardly expect to live if you got it. The government did not know what to do with COVID. So no one knew. And got on me October 2020. Didn't even understand what it was, but I knew I was sick. So, of course, I picked up the phone and I called you and I said, Pastor Dr. Jazz, I'm sick. You said, what? I said, yes, I'm sick. She said, well, the first thing we're going to do, let's start taking some of these, these, what do you call it, these home medicines and stuff like that.
Yes.
So you had one of your members to call me, and she encouraged me and coached me, and we were trying to take stuff, and I wasn't getting any better. And I said, my daughter said, get up. You got to go to the hospital. I didn't want to go near that hospital. But she insisted and drugged me out of the house. So we went on over there to the hospital, and my God, they were, they brought me in and got me in the bed, and it's like the Lord had them waiting there on me. And they told me, I said, I don't know how bad this is. What does it look like? Sam, she said, well, yeah, you got COVID. That's the first thing. You have to come to grips with that. And she said, but I said, okay, so does that mean that I'm getting ready to check out? She said, no. What we're going to do is give you the same medicine that we're giving the president. And at the time, the president was Donald Trump. And he was telling everybody what kind of medicine he was taking. So people knew what to get. And I just said, oh, okay. And so they treated me with that medicine, and I treated myself with God.
Mm-hmm.
And Bible right there beside me, look at it every now and then. And so sick you couldn't get out of the bed, you couldn't even make it to the bathroom. Just walls changing colors, turning orange and green, and hallucinations and all of that stuff coming up in there, because we know sickness is not of God. So we know where that was coming from.
Right.
So I was there for about 2 weeks, the doctors and the nurses, everybody battling with me, and couldn't even talk on the phone. People wondering, where are you? I couldn't even tell folks where I was. But Pastor, you found my children and you didn't let go.
That's right. I think, and that's what, one of the things about in this season, even as we were going through the pandemic, is you really can't go through it by yourself. And God has brought you full circle, brought you full around. And not only has God brought you full around, but even in, during this pandemic, one of the things that we know is that there's been challenges and there has been opportunities. Somebody put it, all of us during the last 2 years, there has been challenges, but there also has been some opportunity, and you had an opportunity to get a hold of something that God just blessed you with in one of my favorite places, because of course everybody know I'm an avid golfer. Are there any golfers out there? Come on, put it in the chat. And so then you called me after that and you told me that God has opened the door for you to acquire something in Augusta, Georgia. Mind telling your testimony with that?
Yes. Because this COVID, once it grabs you, it don't let go of you. So I was battling this thing, about 6 months or longer. But in the meantime, even in the midst of the pain, and there was much pain, you couldn't even go up or down the stairs anyway. So somebody told me about some land in Augusta, and my son rather. And he said that city is on the move, and he has a transportation system, a luxury transportation system. And that's how he knows, because he said, I'm taking people up there all the time, pick them up at the Atlanta airport and take them over to the Augusta. And so he knew what was going on in that city. And so he and his daddy have a construction company, and where they rehab houses and all of that. So he was very interested in acquiring some land in Augusta. And sure enough, he met all the necessary city people, and They were just moving everything out of the way so that we could get up there in Augusta. They wanted us to come in. And so we looked around, and sure enough, there was the land. But my God, the battle to get it was fierce, because, that kind of land, and it's you got to have that lender that's on your side. You got to have the lender. And we had gone to so many different lenders, but they kept saying, no, we don't want a loan on land. We don't want a loan on land. They kept saying it, kept saying it. But I tell you, and some of this was even before the pandemic, even before I got sick. We were looking everywhere for that lender that would loan on land. Couldn't find them, wouldn't find them. And so I'm praying, even while I'm sick, I'm praying. And lo and behold, God sent us a lender. And because you were there the whole way, I called you hollering, oh, Dr. Jazz, we got it.
Yes.
So my family and I, we just plunged on in to the deep end and pulled that thing right on up out of there. The children are so excited. And then it makes me happy, Dr. Jazz, because now I can truly talk about generational wealth.
Yes.
If I can't leave something for my children, it has no meaning to me. I don't understand it. But they're all in this, and everybody excited. We found the lender. The lender said, yeah, I just, wish you had known about us, because we do agricultural loans and stuff like that. It was just really, really, really exciting what God did in the midst of me being sick. That sick, I couldn't even walk. My children had to hold me up for me to even walk. They had to give me the medicine, everything. They just took care of me like that. But God,
yes,
in the midst, and that's what I want people to understand, in the midst of the sickness, God bless me. And you know what that told me? You got to get well.
Yep. And not only that,
too much waiting on you.
But not only does it tell you have to get well, but what it tells you is what God has for you is for you. Because while you were in the hospital getting better, God put the land on layaway. Somebody put the word
Yes,
layaway.
he did. Yes, he did.
Nobody could have gotten it. People tried to get it. Nobody could have gotten it. And we're not talking about, now I've got 10 acres of land, but you're talking about over 100 acres of land.
Over 100 acres of land, 121 acres.
In Augusta, Georgia.
Yes, my family is the largest landowner, black family landowner in Augusta, Georgia.
Yep.
I haven't had time to research parts of the nation, but in Augusta, Georgia, we are the largest.
That is so amazing.
God did.
And now you're on your way, and we celebrate with you. And now you're on your way to the Hamptons, to host your first summit. We're excited about it. And if they want to attend, because I know you have a little couple of spaces remaining, where can they go to get the information? On Facebook, where can they go?
Lee, Lei Lewis, Lewis. And I just really would like for them to email me, because Dr. Jazz, we have 10 tickets left. We have sold out this Hampton. The reason we have these few left is because like one lady called yesterday, her brother-in-law died. So for whatever reason, sometimes people at the last minute, things come up. Right. And we want every seat sold. So we're going to sell these 10. But my email, info@womenofwealthmagazine.com.
info@womenofwealthmagazine.com. All right, somebody put it in there for you. Again, it's coming up. You can go on her Facebook, YouTube, and all this stuff. But again, info@womenofwealthmagazine.com. I'm excited for you. Glad you got a chance. I knew you had some little technical difficulty, but we made it through this, and I appreciate you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at the Hamptons. Thanks, Dr. Lewis.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, everybody, it's a finally me for real, Dr. Jazz, and I hope you were blessed by Lori L. She's got her information. Her CD is coming out. Then Dr. Lee Lewis, her conference. One of the things that I plan on doing this year is to promote other women. You know, I was talking to somebody earlier today, and they said, "Oh my goodness, I miss you on the stage. I miss you on the platform." And I said, "Listen, don't get it twisted. Everybody has a season and a time." Somebody put it in the chat, a season and a time. Sometimes it's your time to be on the platform, or it's your time to be on the stage, and then sometimes it's somebody else's time. But listen, it may not be your time, but it's your turn. And if it's your turn, if it's now your turn, it's your time. But when you get the opportunity to be on any stage or any platform, would you, for God's sake, be you? Somebody put it in the chat. Nobody can beat you. And I want to encourage particularly you women. My goodness, it may not be your time. It may not be your turn. It may be some other person's time and turn. Celebrate them, lift them up, let them shine. If you know another woman is doing something, if you know it, my goodness, use your platform to help them get to where they need to get to. I want to give a shout out to everybody. Thanks for joining us for what we call what? My goodness, finally me for real on Sunday. God bless you.
That's right, it's finally me and I'm bolder. So them counterfeit relationships, I won't lose sleep.
Richmond, Virginia, I'm coming your way. Richmond, I'm coming your way. God bless you all.
See myself. I know that I am worth it. I ain't even scratched the surface.
Finally.
Blessing me on purpose.
Finally me.